Early birthday gift to myself. My birthday's next Monday. I have to treat myself to this. I've been wanting to do this. What's going on, people? This is Enlil Strongman, aka Skizz Banga, Skizz Banga TV. Follow my new Instagram account, Enlil Strongman. That's Enlil Strongman. Enlil Strongman, Enlil Strongman. That's my new account on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow that. I told y'all before I will be doing book reviews and all that on different books that I read. You know, for those who don't know, I like reading. I study, I do research on, different things, enlightenment, and, just really trying to level up and, learn things that people normally don't care to learn about. I always was a heavy thinker, very open-minded person, and, I'm just trying to figure out the secrets to life and how this all came about and things like that. Compendium of the Emerald Tablets of Beginner's Guide. Compendium of the Emerald Tablets of Beginner's Guide by my man Billy Carson. Shout outs to Billy Carson. He is an amazing black American man. People of all walks of life. We're very lucky to have this brother, sharing all this good information on his social media platforms, on books and, different things he's doing on Gaia TV, you know, even, his interviews and things like that with George Norrie. If you never heard of him, man, look him up, man. Just Google his name, Billy Carson. You know, I compare him to the greats, man. We had, you know, rest in power, Malcolm X, rest in power, Martin Luther King, and the black community, man. We got one, man. This is an amazing guy, man. I'm happy that I stumbled across him maybe about a year ago. I think I came across one of his accounts from the hashtags I was doing on Instagram or something like that, or maybe even I seen him on YouTube and decided that I wanted to follow him. But however, I came across him on social media. I'm glad I did. You know, he's always bringing some good things to the table, man. And he says things and he does things that it makes you think like, wow, you know what I mean? And a lot of times we follow all different social media platforms and different people on social media, and they're not giving us any good information. A lot of accounts is just dumbing us down. You know what I mean? We're not really learn anything good for ourselves, our well-beings, and things like that. Um, you know, we're just falling in the trap and, just dumbing ourselves down, just, following the wrong accounts and different things like that. But I'm not going to get all into that, man. I'm here to talk about this book. This is my first book review on Skizz Banga TV. I'm here to promote positive energy and things like that, and share some things that I learned. Also, be sure to check the description in this YouTube video. I'll give you information on my other accounts as well as Billy Carson's. Um, Forbidden Knowledge on Instagram. It's super cool, man. Super dope. You can learn a lot just from going on his Instagram. You know what I mean? That's how powerful this man is. So make sure y'all follow Forbidden Knowledge. And I'm gonna put that information in my description, for y'all to check out. He got a couple other more Instagram accounts that I think you guys should follow and you guys will like. You know what I mean? But let's get started. Let's talk about this book, the Emerald Tablets, man. You know, it's originally by Thoth. He's an ancient god, or you could say extraterrestrial being, alien, things like that, man. But this being really existed. You know what I mean? You can look him up. You can do your own research. Thoth. Look him up, Google him, and just learn a little bit more about him. Billy Carson mentioned that he think that Thoth could be Jesus, or he could be maybe even Jesus' son. But you can see whereas the Bible um, copied a lot of stuff from the Emerald Tablets, as well as the Book of the Dead. You can look up the Book of the Dead. A lot of uh, these ancient tablets and books. Some of the first books that was ever put on this planet. A lot of religions stem from that. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't know that. There's a lot of people don't, not to knock anybody, but, some people just don't take the time out to do certain researches and things like that. I actually love researching things and finding out things. I'm a curious person. I'm a curious being, very open-minded, and I'm blessed to have a mind like this. And I'm only going to learn more and get smarter, and I'm gonna share information, with you guys on my YouTube channel. Billy Carson is also working with Dame Dash. For those who don't know Dame Dash, he plays a big major role in hip hop. I had to mention that because this is originally a hip hop channel, so I definitely had to mention that. I think that's a great thing, man. I'm looking forward to the episodes that Billy Carson is working on with Dame Dash at Dame Dash Studios. I believe they're working on a movie or something like that. Maybe some documentaries, something like that. I don't know, but I know it's going to be based on like the Anunnaki and a lot of ancient civilization type of things going on. Things that just to help enlighten people and to help people learn certain truths. That'll just blow your mind away, man. That'll just be a shocker to a lot of people. And that's Dame Dash actually read this himself. He made a post on Instagram about it a while ago, and he was pretty much was like, wow, like, man, this some good stuff. He mentioned that he had to put the book down on and open it back up. It was just too much. Like it's amazing.
Online. This book right here, this shit right here is blowing my motherfucking mind. Sometimes I just got to put that shit down. I'm lucky enough to be able to call Billy and ask him questions, but I think y'all need to really, really check this shit out.
So I'm not gonna spoil it for you guys. I'm gonna just go over some highlights that I've highlighted in this book, and I'm definitely gonna even though I read the book already, it's a book of study, so I'm gonna continue to read this book. But I'm gonna just go over a few highlights, so you guys could go on Amazon and get you a copy yourself. He's doing great numbers on Amazon. I think it's like in the top 10 bestsellers right now. Yeah, man. Cool graphics and it's a nice book, man. I love everything about this book. I like holding it. I like the way it feels. I like the color, the green color and all that, man. This is an amazing book, man. But I'm gonna go over these highlights, and and you guys should do your own research and you know, it's going to blow your mind away, man. This is real. I'm so happy to be a part of this. You know, I'm happy to, you know, have this copy of this book, so y'all can get familiar of this brother, Billy Carson. This is his face. You know what I mean? He got the cool shades on and all that, looking real smooth. You know what I mean? Once you look at history and understand what it means to be an alien, you discover that life did not originate on planet Earth. Now, even the Bible, the Quran, and things like that, you know, they speak about, you know, angelic beings, angels, and different things like that that come from the heavens. You know, when we think of heaven, we think of, you know, golden gates and, you know, beautiful clouds and just angels flying around and different things like that. And obviously, the heavens is up. So, you know, I always thought of space travel, heaven, you know, things like that. You know, we obviously come from, you know, our origins is actually out of space in the heavens. You know, whether you want to call them angels or aliens, they pretty much the same. They're not from Earth. You know, they're from the heavens. You know, I suggest you guys to also study the Book of Enoch, which you know, should have been in the Bible, but it was taken out for, you know, for some reason. I feel like because it breaks down a lot of things and it'll open people's minds like a little bit more, and it'll basically you know, it'll make you think so much that you're like, you know what, I gotta research some more, and I gotta, you know, I gotta have a better understanding of this. And once you research things like that, you're gonna come across Thoth. For those who study the Bible, they even say in the Bible that there will be a day that, you know, certain beings, human beings on Earth, will come into enlightenment. They will start to understand things that we normally didn't understand before. You know, it'd be a time, it'd be an age, you know, on the planet Earth, whereas things starting to come to light, we start to realize more, and that's when they say that you know, that's when God is getting closer to, you know, coming back or whatever, or, you know, it's going to be a lot of changes in Earth. They said in the Bible, and it's crazy because we're coming to those times. You know, a lot of people are waking up and you know, understanding truths that was hidden from us for so long. It's an amazing thing. Archaeologists and things like that, people are going to start finding things. You know, there's things hidden in the water, there's things hidden in ice. You know what I mean? There's things hidden in the sand that didn't even come to light yet, and there's things that came to light that, you know, that people didn't even translate yet. But you know, eventually we will get there. I highlighted something else in this book. Billy Carson, he said, I should add that there are literally tens of thousands of untranslated stones in cuneiform not released in Iran and Iraq today. Who knows what messages translators will unveil in a distant future? You know, and I feel like this is what the Bible's talking about, man. Things like that. Things will be revealed to us, and we'll have a better understanding of, you know, how, you know, life came about, and you know, and you know, our purpose here on Earth, and you know, we're going to be waking up. A lot of us, you know. Unfortunately, some of us we might not get it. You know what I mean? We just might not get it. You know, it's not for everybody, but for the ones with, you know, open minds and open ear, and, you know, the ones that really want to learn and really deep down in their heart, they really want to know the truth. That light is gonna shine on us, man, and it's a great thing. You know what I mean? So shout outs to Billy Carson, man, again. And here's another thing I highlighted, which I thought was pretty cool, because I own a copy of the Book of the Dead, and I noticed that they had like I don't know if I should call them commandments. You know, you got the 10 Commandments in the Bible, but it's like 20 of them in the Book of the Dead, and it's very similar to the 10 Commandments in the Bible. And you can see whereas the people of the Bible took that out of the Book of the Dead. Instead of 10, it's actually like 20 sayings. Instead of saying thou shalt not kill, or thou shalt not steal, something like that, it says I have not stolen, or I have not killed anyone. You know what I mean? Something like that in the Book of the Dead. It's been a while since I've read it, but you know, you can definitely see where the Bible got that from. The Book of the Dead is way, very, very much older than the Bible. I highlighted this. It says, without the Great Pyramid and the mysterious The Book of the Dead by Thoth, there will be no Bible today. Without the Great Pyramid and the mysterious The Book of the Dead by Thoth, there would be no Bible today. The Emerald Tablets predate the Bible by 36,000 years. The Emerald Tablets predates the Bible by 36,000 years. Now, just let that sit on your head. You know what I mean? We you know, a lot of us was taught wrong, you know, and a lot of us, we got good intentions, and we really want to learn and, you know, be spiritual beings and be close to God. But, you know, I remember a Christian, you know, like Jehovah's Witnesses, or, you know, people of the Baptist church, Catholics, different things like that, you know, Christianity people, they told me, man, you know, keep on seeking, and, you know, just, you know, do it from your heart, and, you know, really wanting to learn certain truths, and it's going to come to you. And they was right. Things are definitely coming to me, man. Maybe not in the way that they thought, you know, as far as me, you know, being like a student of Christianity, or, you know, being a Muslim or Catholic or something like that. But you know, I'm really seeking and to know the truth. I really, you know, as much as I can, I try to learn things, man. Well, let me correct that. I'm learning things. You know, I got my own library. I look up all types of educational videos. I've been doing it for some time now. You know, so things is definitely coming to the light. You know. Another thing I want to touch on, Thoth was really big on reincarnation and things like that. He mastered that, you know, and space travel and different things like that. And even some of the missing parts of the Bible, they talk about reincarnations and you know, different things like that. And, you know, how, you know, we basically, we don't die, you know what I mean? Energy don't die, that's for one. You know, it's complicated, but I highlighted this. I think the early church fathers feared that if people understood reincarnation, they wouldn't go to church, but would just wave a hand at the Father and say, well, I'll go in the next life. You know, another thing too is I believe that they fear that if everybody feel like, or if everybody understand that they could be reincarnated and that there's no hell, you're not going to die, there's just a next life and things like that, then people will be doing a lot more evil things. Just imagine, you got to keep in mind that if everybody knew that they'd be reincarnated, especially like, you know, a lot of the evil minds and, you know, wicked people out here in this world. They might be doing things 10 times more crazier things than what they're doing, more wicked things. You know, they might be this world that we know today. It might be worse. Who knows? I don't know, but I feel like that's one of the reasons why they may have took things like that out of the Bible. They don't want people to know, you know, about reincarnation and, you know, that you do live on to, you know, to a next life and different things like that. You know, so they put hell in there, and, you know, they want people to have that fear. You know, that's just my opinion anyway. You know, maybe somebody might think twice, or they might feel bad because they murdered somebody, or, you know, killed the whole family or something like that. You know, they might just going to hell, just really might sit on their head like, wow, I've done this, I'm never coming back. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion. Jesus then added in Matthew 11:15, he that hath ears to hear, let him hear. These words are frequently uttered by him, telling us that not everyone was in a condition to understand certain truths. So everybody is not going to get it. You know, sometimes I talk to my friends and just different people, and they look at me like I'm just totally crazy. Like, what I'm saying to them is just like, it's out of this world. You know, they think I lost my marbles. Like, you know, I'm not there. But hey, you know, some people totally get it. You know, they listen. But there's a lot more people that are just, you know, just go through one ear out the other. They just like, man, dude, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? So that's very interesting, and I definitely had to highlight that. You know what I mean? I had put up a post one time on Instagram just before I had turned to this page that I've highlighted, that I'm about to go over with you guys. Long story short, I put up a post about astral projection. You know, it's weird, man. I actually had a dream before. I was very aware in my dream. I could feel weathering. You know, things was a blur, but I definitely was I should say conscious in my dream. You know, I was basically like just exploring wherever I was at. You know, and in that dream, I just heard a voice said astral projection. At that time I really didn't know what it quite means. I might have heard the term before, but didn't really understand and know what it means. And you know, I woke up, you know, after me flying around over waters, and just, you know, it was a beautiful, just amazing, man. Sometimes, you know, it still happens to me here and there, but when it first happened and I got a better understanding of what was going on with me, I heard a voice said astral projection. And when I woke up, I had to like, I don't know if some of y'all ever have to like catch your breath when you wake up out of like a deep dream. You know, it's crazy. And I looked up astral projection, and I was amazed. It just blew my mind. And it took me a while to even share that. You know, I just felt like I shouldn't even share that with people, but you know, I share that on bits and pieces of that on my Instagram. And when I shared that, I happened to shortly after I shared that on my Instagram, I happened to turn to page 48 in this amazing book, and it says, "Who while sleeping yet lives eternally." Okay, that's by Thoth. All right. Magic science translates into advanced technology that was most likely small devices that they were already carrying in their toolkit. For some 16,000 years, he ruled the ancient race of Egypt, from approximately 52,000 to 36,000 years ago. At that time, the ancient barbarous race among which he and his followers had settled was elevated to a high degree of civilization. They slept in regeneration chambers for 100 years at a time as they astral project and travel the universe. Wow. It's good to take, for those who may have experienced astral projection, or just certain dreams that's similar to astral projection. It's good to take notes, write your dreams down, because I notice when it does happen, because it don't happen often, but it does happen every now and then. It's always a different type of experience, and I feel like if I focus on it and really pay attention to it, I can learn a lot of great things through astral projection and things like that. And it always brings something different to the table. Whereas when I astral project, when it first happened, things might have been a little blurry, but the more and more it happens, the more clearer the vision is. Like, instead of it just being blurry, it's becoming clearer. Like, I'm actually getting used to it. I'm getting used to that, to the astral projection and floating and flying around these worlds. I think the higher power don't want to give it to you all at once, meaning that he don't want to spook you out. The higher power, or these higher powers, they or he, I don't know. They don't want to spook you out. They don't want to just give you too much at once, because it might just be too much. So the creator, it's amazing. He gives you things slowly by slow, so you'll be able to adapt to it. And each time I astral project, I notice that I can see things more clearer. I could touch trees and really feel them. I'm doing this with my own conscious mind while I'm sleeping. I don't even know whether to call it sleep, because I'm like sleep, but I'm up. I remember feeling weathering, snow, and things like that. So, when I came across this, I was just like, wow, this is real, man. People was talking about this in ancient times. Thoth was talking about this, and I'm going through like experiences similar to what he was talking about, and it's just amazing, and I love it. You know what I mean? I love it, man. Thoth enters the halls of Amente and will return in his physical form at a future time unknown to man. Does this sound familiar? The Bible says the same thing when Jesus promises to come again one day in a distant future to reclaim his rule over his people. According to Thoth, only free-thinking individuals using their own conscious thoughts can be capable of rising up to a higher level of consciousness. Just think about that. I'm just skipping through chapters and just going through things that I highlighted, the things that caught my eye. And this book is so amazing. It's going to be, as I go back and read it, it's going to be more things that's going to catch my eye. And I'm going to definitely highlight some more things. What modern scientists are calling worthless DNA is anything but. There is a message written on that DNA, and it was purposely disconnected by the Anunnaki to prevent humans from reaching supreme higher realms of consciousness and superior intelligence. So what they saying is junk. It's not junk DNA, and I really believe that, man. It was disconnected, and we just gotta find ourselves, man, and things is coming to the light, and the blessed ones, we're going to get those abilities back. You know what I mean? And I feel like people like Billy Carson, even myself, and other great people, amongst this earth, what's happening to us, man, and it's an amazing thing. We are all beings of protonic light, temporarily trapped in a physical body. We are here to learn and seek wisdom. Those that do not acquire wisdom and understanding are set to reincarnate back into the cycle over and again. Those that learn life lessons and gain knowledge and wisdom will be set free from the reincarnation cycle and may be able to constantly incarnate at will anywhere in the universe. That's powerful, man. So as I read before and as I was saying, energy cannot be destroyed. You know, I read that in many books and different studies. Energy cannot be destroyed. It can only be transformed. Let that sit on your mind. That's just something I highlighted by Thoth. You know, these are actual emerald tablets. You know, in this book are actually sayings by Thoth. You know, that's why I'm so glad that Billy Carson has brought this book to light. You know what I'm saying? He's bringing it back. You know what I mean? And it's amazing. Far through space, I flew with my thoughts. Rested I there on a planet of beauty. Strains of harmony filled all the air. Air, traveling with your thoughts. And I just told you guys, when I astral project, I felt weathering. I felt air. And it's deeper things than that, but that's for another blog, podcast, or whatever video I may put up on Skizz Banga TV in the near future. Many the stars I passed in my journey, many the races of men on their worlds. Man. I got a whole lot of other things that I highlighted in here, but get you a copy of this book, man, and y'all do your own highlights and research. This is a book that I'm gonna keep studying and coming back to, and it works as a companion with my other books of study. You know, so I'm glad to have this, man. I'm looking forward to anything Billy Carson is doing on TV, books, social medias. I'm following it. I'm on it. I actually just subscribed his YouTube channel a couple of days ago. This is Skizz Banga TV. For all my followers that have been following me for a minute, shout outs to y'all. And you know, I'm just showing y'all growth, promoting positive energy. You know, I have a lot of not so positive videos on here, you know, throughout the years. You know, I'm an ex gang member in the streets of Boston, Black Boston, and things like that. But you know, instead of me taking these videos down, I want people to see that growth. You know what I mean? I want them to see who I'm becoming. You know, so I leave some of those videos up, and I'm gonna continue to you know, do book reviews, talk about well-being, good health, and things like that. Sharing knowledge, you know, as well as some hip-hop stuff, because like I said, this is a hip-hop channel, but you know, I'm using this as a platform to talk about many great things, man. Subscribe, starting now. Again, shout outs to Billy Carson. I can't wait to see the work that you're going to be doing with Dame Dash and many other people. You know, and we're just going to continue to share, you know, great information and things that could be beneficial to, you know, us beings on Earth. Skizz Banga TV, your boy. Follow Lil Strongman on Instagram. Follow Forbidden Knowledge on Instagram. Follow Billy Carson on Instagram. Alright? I'm gonna put all that in the description, man. Stay positive, and you know, we gotta do what we can, man, to live better, man, and you know, keep that third eye popping, man. You know what I mean? Skizz Banga TV, I'm out. My first book review, Billy Carson, 100.